Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. It's Dees from Teardrop. I'm here with a review from a company that contacted me called Easycraftart.com, an online store that sells diamond paintings and all sorts of things. So I got to choose a couple of things and I received it today. I already opened it underneath. And I'll take them out and we'll go through it. And yeah, I got to choose a couple of things to review. And so what I'll do is we'll do the unpackaging, and then I will, in the next day or two, I will make whatever it is I ordered, and then we'll give a review at the end of how I thought everything was. But I just want to give an initial review and the unpacking of these items. So this is a macaroon clay storage container, which is so cute, and you have a variety of colours to pick from, and they are super practical, and it even has the glue in there, or the wax in there, for the diamond painting. Oh, and I get a few. That is so cute and really practical, because it's just going to keep the dust and dirt off of your wax pieces. So I get 1, 2, 3, 4 pieces in there. So yeah, I'll be using that definitely. And it's not a hard plastic. It's not pliable either, but yeah, it's really strong. The top isn't going to come off that easily, so that's great. Isn't it cute though? Now, the other thing I chose is a do-it-yourself butterfly keychain in the diamond painting, and this is, I think, 6 piece. So I'm eager to open this up and have a look. The big diamond painting I'm doing at the moment, I'm halfway through that. It's a huge one, it's a metre long by 80 centimetres high, I think. So yeah, I think I'm just a little bit over halfway. So I will be doing an update on that soon. So with this kit you get the tray, the wax and a pen, and I tend to get these with most of the kits whenever you buy anything like that. So you have everything you need. Let's have a look at these butterflies. So these are the chains that you attach the butterfly to with the clip at the top. So you get 6 of those. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and they're in a pretty gold finish. Then you get the chains, the ball chains. 3, 4, 5, 6 of those. And all the pretty butterflies. Now I think they're double-sided too, so they're going to look nice on both sides. See that? So this one looks more of a purple. And they're all numbered. And quite stiff. as well. This one is slightly bent, but I don't think that will be a problem. Yeah, just slightly on that one. And the last one. So that's those, and now let's look at the gems. The diamond painting I'm doing at the moment is square drilled, and this is why I chose something with gems this time, just for a nice change. So let's have a look. Oh, first I can see these pretty flat back rhinestones. Oh, look at the colours. I'm going to take it out, the packet, so you can see the colour changes on them, and they're going to look beautiful. Well, straight away there's one that's broken. It hasn't been cut out properly, which is, you know, you do get that. There's another one that's broken. So I will go ahead and make these up and let you know what I think of the quality of the gems once they've been stuck down, if any problems I have while doing so. But look at the colours. The purple's really coming out on those, and depending on where you move them to the light, they change. So it looks a little yellow sometimes. So very pretty. There's a couple of them broken in there, and then you're getting, you can see they're not cut properly on some of them, but most of them seem fine, so we'll see how we go with that. And I'm sure they've given me more than enough to account for things like that, so we'll see. But they're very pretty, very light, and these ones are the same. Now just hoping that they're not going to peel underneath. There's a bit of bubbling going on there on that one. And let's see. They seem fine. Look at the colours though. Beautiful, and they're nice size as well. There's a bit of indentation on the top of this gem, you can see, and this one. So I'll go ahead and make those butterflies and give you a report later on all those. And oh, I love the colour of this one. It's pink. Teardrop. Just turn some of them around so you can see. These ones seem a little bit better. Beautiful. Beautiful colour. I love it. Very sparkly. It's been pouring rain today. Very, very windy. We had a bit of a storm last night. There's a mini tornado in the north of Adelaide. A couple of them, and some flooding. So yeah, it's been a bit rough. Okay, and then you get all these. Green, my favourite colour. Round gems. And these have an iridescent finish to them, and looks like it's got little stars etched in there. I don't know if you can see that. Very pretty. I love those. And look at these. Green and blue metallic. Can't wait to use those. There's some blue, pretty blue, some red, black. Or am I looking at the back? I'm looking at the back. These are actually silver. And these are gold. Very little ones. Very pretty. Okay, so I will be back when I've done a few of these, and then I'll finish off a little section of the last one so that you can see me putting one together. Okay, we'll be back soon. Okay, I'm back a couple of hours later. It's evening here now, and I finished 3 of the DIY diamond butterfly keychains. So they turned out really pretty. So that's one of them, and that's the keychain. It comes with a hole in the design, and then you can just thread that through, so I'll show you how to do that in a moment. And it's double-sided. That's one. This one is the one that I thought was bent a little bit at the bottom. Excuse me. But I don't think it was. I think it's an optical illusion because of the glue and the way, the shape of the wings. So it's not bent at all. But that's my favourite, with the gold and the green. And then this one. They're all very pretty. And I've got 2 granddaughters that like to do craft sessions, so I'm leaving these 2 for them to do. And we'll do this one together. I've done one side, and I've done half of the other side, so I'll finish off this side and then thread the chain through the hole to let you know. But I am very happy with the glue clay storage container. That is very practical. It keeps the dust off everything, and very easy to get to while you're working. You can keep that open while you're working, and then when you're finished, just close everything up. You know, you get a few of those, as I said before, so you can just keep them at the bottom and take them out when you're using them. So that's a win. Now, as far as the butterflies go, I think the gems are lower quality. Having said that, I think that is why it would be a perfect thing for children to do. Maybe, you know, between 5 and up. So, as far as the grey, that's very, very dull. Or the silver, sorry. That's the silver around there, you can just see. That comes out quite dull. And while the gems are very pretty, they are lower quality. There's quite a few seconds in here, especially with the big ones. I don't know if you'll be able to see, but there's indentations, and then some of them aren't cut properly. like you might be able to just break that off and still use it. And then there's a lot of scratches underneath that will actually affect the look of from the top. And there's an indentation there you can just see as well. And then there's some chips on others. But I mean, obviously you're going to get that anyway with a lot of beads and rhinestones and things like that. And with the silver ones, there's a lot of the metallic missing on quite a lot of them. These aren't all of them. And, you know, some of them are broken. Again, this one here hasn't been cut properly, so there's fragments, quite a lot of fragments. But not all the gems were bad. That was mostly that. And with the gold, number 1, they are hollow. And so I was a bit worried that they might be a bit weak, but they're actually not. They're quite strong. So didn't find a lot of seconds in that, so they weren't bad. But yeah, mainly these ones here. And these are my favourite, the number 5s. And the number 3 and 4, they were fine. And the 10, the green, so a lot of them were fine. It was just, I noticed mostly with the bigger ones. Yeah. Number 9, they were fine as well. So yeah, that's why I'm saying, and they're very, very light too, which is great for kids. So perfect kids craft. And another thing I noticed too, which can't be helped because I could see they're very careful with where they placed the glue, but they're still, once you've placed all the gems down, you can still see a lot of glue. And I'm thinking for a keychain, you'll be handling it a lot, and it will pick up a lot of the dust and dirt over, you know, it might not take too long to do that. So perfect thing for kids, but as far as like, I would not use it as a keychain myself. Perfect for crafting, card making, whatever, other things. But yeah, and another thing I noticed too with the pen, great basic pen, but it won't pick up the big gems. And doing it by hand, because it didn't come with tweezers or anything, it's very hard once you've placed it in to move it around. So yeah, some tweezers would be good. Most people have them at home, but just in case someone wanted the kit with everything in it, yeah, it would be good to have the tweezers, because yeah, they don't, and a lot of the times this pen didn't want to pick up even the next size down. So fine with the small ones, but yeah, so that's really yeah, all I can fault it with. It did come, I didn't mention, the kit come with some snap lock bags, so I just put all the beads in there with the numbers, so that was good as well. I didn't see that right away. And overall it is a nice nice piece, nice craft to do, especially with kids. Yeah, so anyway, let's go ahead and finish this so you can see me doing a little bit of crafting. Very pretty colours on the beads. It's very, very pretty. It's just the silver is a little bit dull, and I did try and wipe this with a lint-free cloth to see, because sometimes the drills or the gems can be a little bit dirty, but it didn't make much of a difference with that silver. So still very, very pretty though. Yeah. Okay, so, and they have all sorts, you know, of DIY diamond crafts. They've got, you can make bookmarks, notebooks, bags, storage boxes, stickers, all that sort of thing. So I will leave the links to the products in the description below and their website, so you can check them out if you like. And doing these sort of things is very addictive. So we'll do, I always do the big, well, I'm going to do the big stones first. Now that must be just a random rhinestone that I didn't pick up. And also what I do is once I've placed everything down, I just press lightly with my hand, with my finger. So, okay, so we're going to do this side here and just the bigger gems. So we'll start with the bigger gems, and I'm going to open my little storage pot as well. Put that in the corner there. Put that over here. And we'll start with number 8, which are these. And I need 2 of those, so this is what I had trouble with, and just to make sure that there's nothing wrong with those ones. So yeah, out of this there were quite a few, 4 of them, and then this one here even is scratched, and on the other side you can notice that. But I think we're still going to have enough good ones to finish the project. So now see, this has still got some wax in it, and obviously it's not going to pick something heavy like that up, and it's a bit fiddly doing it with your hands, because once you put it down it's really hard to move around. That went on quite easy actually, and maybe it's because I've already put the gems around it. But you know, if you had just even a plastic tweezers to place them where you want, that would make it a lot easier. I had a bit of trouble with the others. Okay, now number 7, which is the next size down. I'll just check that gem. See, it doesn't. Now let's see if I pick up a bit more of the wax. It does pick that up, but it can fall, see? So I just got my tweezers out from another kit that I'm working on at the moment, and there. Okay, number 6 over here. Wind's calmed down a lot now. It's very, very windy earlier on, so we need 2 of those. And these weren't too bad either, even though there was some bad ones here. 1, 2, 3, 4 bad ones out of the bag, and hopefully I'll have enough to finish the projects, the other 2 butterflies. Should have the camera around the other side. I'll just place them down. Okay, and now we'll do number 10, which is the green. Pretty green. So yeah, you don't have to use these as keychains. You can use them for any type of crafting, paper crafting and things. And I noticed with these, the colour, see on the side? One side's green, the other side, that one's not too good. I'll put that aside. But, funnily enough, when you put them down, you can't tell. So that's not a problem at all. I'm just trying to be honest here with everything that I find. so you can get some sort of an idea. They're very, very pretty though, and the gems are pretty. They're just, you know, more on the lower quality side, which is nothing wrong with that. It's just something that I wouldn't use for, you know, putting up on a wall or anything like that. So, you know, it is a keychain. But having said that, they are very, very pretty. And it looks like I'll have plenty of the stones left as well for other projects that I might want to do in the future. Now, number 9. This is one. These are beautiful, these beads. There's nothing wrong with those. They have a beautiful iridescent finish to them, like a coating on them. And beautiful colour, beautiful shine. All of these, there's nothing wrong with any of those. So I think it just depends on the type of beads. And I would say these beads are better quality than the bigger ones. Very therapeutic doing this. Now see, this, even I have trouble picking up these with the pen because they are a little bit heavier. Let me get some more wax. I'll just adjust the camera. So that's it for that one. Put them straight back in the bag. Okay. Now we'll do number 1, which is the gold. Yeah, I was worried that because they were hollow, that if you squash them, they would just collapse. But they're quite strong, so I don't think that's going to happen. Okay, just zoom back in. I've done this side, so I'm going to just hold it with my finger while I place these around. I made apricot chicken for tea this evening for hubby and I. It's getting very cold now, so we had the heater on for the first time this year, just for about an hour. We turned it off again, but I can just feel it's getting a little bit nippy again. So it's definitely getting the end of spring. It'll be winter soon. Colder weather. And this is a perfect type of craft to do. So, Easycraftart, they also have cross stitch and embroidery. So do go and check them out, and they have the big diamond paintings. Look for number 1. might be able to hear a bit of the wind out there, but it's died down a little bit to what it was earlier. I got caught in the rain earlier today. I went to visit my mum. She lives in a retirement village, and just as I said goodbye to her, it started raining, so I had to run to the car. Okay, so put that in the bag. I finished with number 1, I think. Just going over it with my eyes to make sure that I've got everything. And so now we'll do number 2, which is the silver ones. They have a black backing as well on these. A lot of these ones are stuck together and they're quite hard to get apart. But oh, and you know what else I did? I tipped the tray a couple of times because really this surface isn't the right thing to work on. It's just the rest of my craft room is a bit of a mess at the moment, so okay, let's see if I can go a little bit closer. Just shaking the tray to get them up the right way. And that was number 2, so it is, I do have, you know, it's evening here at the moment, and this afternoon when I did the unpacking, it was quite grey outside, so didn't have a lot of natural light, so that might make a difference to all the sparkle on here as well. So maybe the silver looks better during the day with, you know, under different lighting, but I do notice it is a lot duller than the others, probably the dullest out of all of them. In person anyway, it might look different on camera, but overall, you know, for the price and everything, it's a good product, and I think my granddaughters are going to have so much fun doing this. One's 5 and one's 4, so I'll have to watch, and yeah, just have to watch them. So I think it'd be perfect for maybe a 7-year-old up. They can slide around a little bit too, but I think the glue's a bit thinner on some areas, and that's where, you know, the big stones are sometimes hard to move around. But I think that's all the number 2s there are on this one. So I'll put them back in the bag and we'll get the number 3 out. Which is the red. So yeah, I've just been immersed in diamond painting. I'm doing a big diamond painting, and so I'll have to do an update on that soon too. As I mentioned earlier, I'm a bit over halfway through with that. I'm getting it done a lot quicker than I thought. Having said that, that's all I'm doing, so I'm neglecting the housework. So this is a pretty red. I love it. It's just a ruby, beautiful ruby red. And there is a red circle around these, the number 3s, and I guess it denotes that it's the red to go on there, but I don't think there are. Let's have a look on this one. Yeah, they do have different coloured rings around each white circle, So maybe that does denote the colour to go on there, but you'd go by the numbers. Otherwise you might get into all sorts of trouble. Okay, let's see, is that all the number 3s? I think so. Okay, number 4, which is the blue. See how pretty it is? They do look nice. And yeah, I haven't found anything wrong with the red, green and blue, other than the green, the colour doesn't come up all the way sometimes, but you don't notice that once it's placed. Nothing wrong with the red or blue. Size was that right? I'm just making sure I'm doing the right number. There we go. And the last number, which is 5, and that's my favourite. Look at this, beautiful greens and blues in there. I think there'll be plenty of these ones left over as well. But there still is 2 to make up. I'll just zoom out a little bit so you can see a bit of that tray. Some of them in the light show up blue, and then when you move them they turn green. It's beautiful. And they have the black underneath, a black underside. So I haven't really found any. Oh, there's one that's hasn't been cut clear, but most of these have been fine. Get more of that wax. Oops, see, I just knocked it again, and I think it's because of that surface. So I'll just pick those up with the pen. Nearly there. It's funny because when I bought that big diamond painting, I was looking at all the websites, things like this, and then I got contacted by a couple of companies to do some reviews. So I thought yes, because it's something I was after anyway. So I'm really happy that I had the chance to do that. So thank you Easycraftart for letting me review your product, or products I should say. So that is it. Now I'm going to, just before I zoom out, just put the lid back on this. I love this. This is worth getting, definitely. I'm just going to push, just gently, and look at that. Isn't it pretty? And I just love those around the edge. There's the other side. So let's zoom out and put this chain on, and that's the last thing to do. So these are really good quality. So all you do, there's a hole, it's just off centre, just so that it, I think as it hangs like that rather than like that. So just thread that through, and then thread it through the loop. That little catch, and I don't know if you can see that. There, it looks like a little boat. So on the top of that, you just put one of the balls in there and push it towards the end, and then bend it down, and that's it. It's all done. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. Do go and check them out if you're after anything like this. There's so many more. And the keychains, they have cupcakes and fish and all sorts of characters and things. I did go on the website to see if I could find the butterflies. I couldn't find them, but they do have a lot more. And yeah, maybe they'll have them up again, so I don't know what's going on with that, but I will link Easycraftart's website in my description view, and also if I can find this product, and definitely I'll link this one as well. Okay, so thanks so much for watching everyone. I will be back with an update soon on my big diamond art painting. Thanks so much for watching. Have a wonderful day or evening wherever you are. Look after yourselves, and we'll see you next time. Bye for now.